What's up, everybody? We're back for another episode of Champagne Gains. I'm Coach Beckyn
Coach Kiki is here.
in the house. I was thinking of this morning when I was in the shower. I was thinking of the is it Backstreet Boys or NSYNC? The everybody. That's how we should start this.
Yeah, that's literally what the next line is.
Yeah.
Y'all
Listening
don't
to
want me
her
to sing.
singing.
But talking about singing, question of the day. This is one that I have on my we'll say had, past tense, on all my dating app profiles, like like your first move. What is your go-to walk-up song?
Mm. Man Eater.
That's a great one.
Or Did It on them. Those are my fave posing songs. What's yours?
So posing song is going to be different, but my walk-up song, what I was using was Space Jam because I don't want to say my posing song because my posing song would be Wrecking Ball
Oh,
by Miley Cyrus. I think if I told people that on like the initial like dating app, they would be like, "Oh shit, never mind."
wait, is that like a question on them that you can have on your profile, or is it like MySpace where your account gets a song?
No, no. So it's like you can have a question on, I think it's like on Bumble, like have an initial question, like if you match it with someone,
Oh,
like will automatically go to, so if a guy likes me and then I like match with them, like, oh yeah, I like you too. Like it'll automatically send a thing like, oh, what's your go-to walk-up song? Because I think it's funny because I like a huge sports person. Um, and I just think of like baseball and stuff. But
yes. I
yeah,
love
I
the
was
Space Jam song.
Space Jam, I think is great.
I think
Uh,
I've listened to that in my car recently.
oh yeah. Yeah, because obviously, Wrecking Ball is like psychotic dating vibes probably.
It's badass. It's fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's such a good song. It's kind of I feel it's underrated.
It definitely is. People hate on Miley Cyrus, and I hate everyone who hates on Miley
I
Cyrus.
don't know. Did you see the Billy Ray Cyrus drama though? I think at the inauguration, I think he was like shit-faced wasted trying to perform Old Town Road.
No,
Yeah, yeah, it was bad. Have you seen A Star Is Born with Lady
no,
Gaga and Bradley Cooper?
I don't think so.
Okay, damn it. Well, there's a scene in there where he gets on stage and he pisses his pants because he's so drunk because he's an alcoholic, and that's what it reminded me of. But now
My
that,
other my posing list right now, I need to up it or re-up it since our Spotify one like went to shit when
yeah,
after we like I think it's just because like we broke up. So
it had to have been. I don't, it has like 10,000 songs on there now
yeah.
somehow.
But one that I've been posing to recently is a Spicy Margarita by Jason Derulo.
I love it.
It has like a little like I don't know vibe to it. It's a great song.
Jason Derulo is my favorite.
Jason
In my
Derulo.
head, there is another song that has that I think it's called Get Up. I think it's Get Up, but I think of that every time you
That
hear
was one
it.
of the songs that we listened to like on one of our trips back from Minnesota.
The rule is one of us has to be the background vocals. Dude, have you seen Benson Boone? The beautiful, like the one that sings beautiful things.
Yes.
He's so hot. I Googled how old he is and he's 22. I was like, oh, that makes me feel really creepy.
Wait, didn't he perform at the Grammys?
Yeah.
And he had like a blue, like
Yes.
light blue, like
And
one.
then he like adjusted his junk at the end. Yeah. That's it.
That's a great song.
I know. That's why that's I was like looking at TikToks of him from the Grammys. I'm like, this man. Like, oh, this is a boy. I would break my break my rule for him as if there's a chance I would ever freaking date.
Hey, don't count yourself out.
I guess like you could put me in my retirement home.
Gosh, you're just a cougar. We're both cougars.
I
Well,
mean,
you're not.
I did hear this. Um, God, where did I hear it? It was about younger guys and how they're more like wanting relationships than guys our age. Like they put more effort in,
Mm,
which I don't know if it's a generational thing, but I don't
mm.
know. Maybe I'll end up as a 22-year-old.
There you
It's
go.
only 8 years, soon to be 9.
That's not bad.
It's fine. As long as they're not like just freshly graduated high school. Sorry, I'm saying that because I dated someone after I freshly graduated high school that was 10 years older than me. Now, in hindsight, realizing that was odd.
You could like just show up at like a frat party now.
I could, but that would be strange. Dude, did you know that this is now into a dating and music episode? Did you know that the next season of Love is Blind, they're all from Minnesota? Like, why didn't I get an invite for this? Why didn't I know?
I bet they had a casting call.
I'm sure they did, but I wonder what year it was filmed. I was probably in Ohio, but I have never really watched it. I watched a little bit of the last season just because I saw so many TikToks about it. But I might have to watch this one.
It's actually interesting.
It is. It's an interesting concept.
I would never do it. Need to know what you look like.
Oh my God.
I'm
I
sorry.
know.
I'm sorry. I have to know what you look like.
Yeah, it's crucial for me.
Yeah.
I think I would. I
Like,
don't
what
know.
if you have straight up teeth? I mean, they
Oh,
probably wouldn't pick people on.
oh no. I don't think they pick like ugly people.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was just about to say. Like, I think they probably like pick up
But
always.
still, some hot guys, in someone else's opinion, could be ugly, in my opinion. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
but yeah, it'll be interesting to see if there's any places that I recognize that they're at, or like does the cast all have to be from Minnesota? I also saw Dave Portnoy was the Barstool Sports guy was in Minnesota on Saturday, and he went to this Surly Brewing Company, which I was just at a couple weeks ago, talking about their pizza.
Did you get the pizza there?
No, that's where I got the hot dog.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, yeah. But on that, that is what this episode is.
Hot dog.
How'd you like that segue?
Dude, that was a great segue.
So we wanted to just give you some pointers on how to eat out, aka
Yeah.
go out to eat, not eat out. If you want some pointers on eating out, read a book.
No, but I think it's important, some people, when obviously like in the new year, or I mean, I guess it's not necessarily the new year anymore, but if you're in a dieting phase, or even if you're not in a dieting phase, I mean, going out to eat at a restaurant can make or break your progress in a lot of other areas, whether you're trying to build muscle, lose fat, if you're dealing with digestion issues, you got to be smart about how you're navigating what you're eating when you're going out to eat.
Mhm. My first pointer with this would just, well, first thing you're gonna decide whether it or not it's gonna be the best meal of your life. Like if you want to go have pasta and cheesecake and all the drinks, fine. But that like make that decision and
Yep.
own it and then don't get pissy about it the next day when you feel like shit. And or decide you're gonna track it.
Mhm.
That's step one.
Yeah, decide how, if you're going to do like a free-for-all meal, whether it's an, untracked meal, a quote unquote cheat meal, whether it's a refeed meal, all of these things are, dependent on how you would, attack your day and attack that meal out.
Yes. That's step number two would be if you like figure out where you're going,
Yeah.
look it up, decide what you're gonna have. A lot of restaurants have their nutrition info online. I mean, the chain ones, a lot of
Mhm.
them you can find in like MyFitnessPal or whatever app you use. But look it up, decide what you're gonna have in advance. If you have decided that you are going to track it, and that should be the first thing you track in your day.
Yes. Yeah. And so like, because we were just talking about Kona Grill, one of our favorite places, they have all of their nutrition facts online. So you can easily be like, you know what? Okay, we're going to Kona Grill for dinner tonight. Let's see, it's not going to be a free for all. I want to, semi-tracked, stay on track. What am I going to have? So if it's, you're going to track, you're maybe not be in you're not in a deficit, like a huge deficit, and you're not in contest prep, you can be a little bit more lenient on what you're going to order. So look up the nutrition. And if it's not a chain restaurant, we've kind of talked about this before, you can do a, similar place. So, say you're going to your local Mexican restaurant. They probably don't have their nutrition facts online, but what you could do is Google search chain Mexican restaurants. What's going to come up? Chewy's, On the Border, something like that. And use that as kind of like your baseline of how you're going to track. And like Beckon said, put that shit first into your MyFitnessPal so then you kind of can see what your calorie and macro bank is for the rest of the day. And that's how you can navigate your other meals.
Mhm. Yep, and sometimes that will require you to just eat like protein before your meal out. So track first, adjust your day as is. A lot of the time, um, like if you would have picked like a steak and baked potato for your meal, I would track that, but then add fat. Like add a couple tablespoons of olive oil to your day because you know they cook that shit in butter or
Yeah.
whatever. So always err on the safe side with restaurant meals. Like pretty much pick the highest calorie one that seem like don't be ignorant and pick the
Oh, these tacos are only going to be 300
200
calories
calories.
the
Yeah.
whole meal. Absolutely not. It's not
Yeah.
going to. Don't fool yourself. Because I look at people's things all like MyFitnessPals, and it's like, was that really 300 calories? I don't think so.
Yeah. You gotta be, and you just, it helps so much to just have a basic understanding of what things are, like what is in certain things, or if a lot of the time when I'll look at menus for people and it'll just it's like a fancy restaurant and it's like I don't even know what this dish is, but it's got like all this stuff listed in it, like olives and peppers and like shit I've never heard of, but like look that up and like, oh, that's a fat, like that's all fat. Um,
Aioli.
yeah,
Aioli is fat.
yes, thank you. Things like that.
Crema sauce, fat.
Yep. I mean, any kind of like mixed dish is probably going to be so fatty. And it's just like, what even is this? And it doesn't even sound good in the first place. But just be aware of what is in the dish.
Mhm.
Um,
And every time you go out to eat, it doesn't have to be a free for all. Even if it is a free meal for you, it doesn't have to be you're getting five different specialty cocktails and an appetizer and an entree and a dessert and maybe a dessert martini. It doesn't have to be that every single time. Old Beckon.
was literally waiting for that the entire time. That is what I used to do. And it's just like it doesn't need to be that way. Now I go to restaurants and I can barely finish my meal. Like I don't even finish my meal. I'm thinking about having a dessert cocktail. It makes me want to vomit most of the time. Like I can't drink after I eat now.
You're old.
But yes, old Beckyn used to do that shit. It doesn't have to be that way. You don't like deserve to do that all the time, especially if you have goals, you know?
Yeah.
It should be like a balanced, you you know if you're finishing stuff, like if you feel like you need to finish your plate, that's probably not like an amazing relationship with food that you have.
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
absolutely.
Cool.
When I think also if you kind of like how we talked about like erring on the side of um
Caution.
caution, thanks.
You're welcome.
If you say you don't know where you're going, like, oh, your significant other is like surprising you with a date night, all right? You have no idea what you're doing. Probably, again, err on the side of caution and plan, like, make a calorie bank for your night time, And so what I normally suggest, kind of the same thing during like holidays, like or if you're out on like vacation, fiber and protein. So do I always say egg white veggie omelet for breakfast, or you could do a, you know, protein powder, Greek yogurt, and some berries. That's going to be bunch of protein, bunch of fiber. Lunch, yo, have a salad with all the vegetables and a lean protein source. So then you're banking up those extra carbs and fats for your nighttime meal, which you know is going to be larger than
All
what
right.
you would normally do when you are at home.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like the number one tip. Also, I would like to say if your significant other is like constantly wanting to go out to eat and you're sick of it, like you need to have that conversation. I mean, I told one of my clients this the other day. If you're not wanting to go out to eat and it's like stressing you out, you need to have that conversation with them. Like, hey, I can't be going out to eat 4 times a week by surprise.
Yeah. And a lot of the times it's like the females are the ones that are trying to diet and lose fat. The men, I don't know. They may not, and their bodies can also handle, more food just
Mhm.
because the size of them. If you're 5'2", 120 pounds, you like they can eat a lot more food and get away with it than you can.
Mhm. Yeah, it does affect women a little more.
Yeah.
My last pointer, you can ask for shit the way that you want it at restaurants. It is a-okay to tell them how to cook something. You don't want butter on it. You don't want this side of the, like, ask for a different side if you don't want the mashed potatoes. Um, th- it's really okay
Yeah.
to ask for
They
things.
they will they will swap things out. It's
Yeah,
not like it's already pre-plated, or at least I hope not.
right?
Um, if the steak comes with, like you said, like mashed potatoes and like garlic butter green beans, if you look at the menu and another dish has a white rice pilaf, and that's going to be like a lot of times if they have like a tuna dish, it's going to be with like a white rice. So say, hey, can we swap out the mashed potatoes for the white rice? And if you can't cook the vegetables without butter, can I get a side salad?
Yeah, easy. And no one like don't feel like you're being a nuisance.
No,
That
go
doesn't
with
matter.
confidence. Like, be a confident fucking woman and tell them what you want.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. I ordered shit that's like the other day, or not the other day, it was in November, when I went out to eat with a bunch of people and I ordered this isn't food, but I ordered a spicy margarita at a Mexican restaurant. Was that on the menu? No, but I'm pretty sure they know what a spicy jalapeno margarita is, so I know they could make it. So people were just perplexed that I ordered something that wasn't on the menu. I mean, don't order something that's completely not on the menu for food.
Right. Yeah.
But you can
And
ask for adjustments.
what?
I said, but you can ask for adjustments.
Yeah, and you can ask for things on the side. You know, if you like, if you maybe want a little bit of mayo and you don't know how much they're going to put on, like, ask for the aioli, the mayo on the side, ask for the dressing on the side, and then you can dictate how much you're using and then track accordingly. And always BYOC, bring your own condiment.
Yes.
I do that all the time, whether I'm in prep or in improvement season. I always have my satchel with some sort of condiment in it. I
Yes.
will go, I will go to the country club with my parents and I will whip out my little thing of dressing because I know what it is. And I would rather, when I was in my improvement season, I like, for example, I would go there or I would go to one of our hometown restaurants that makes really good pie. So do I want to waste my calories on fucking 200 calories worth of dressing? No, I want some pie. So
Yes.
I'm too, that's how I'm navigating it. So I'm still, not being an asshole to myself.
Right. Right. Unfortunately, pie and condiments. You'd have to eat a lot of condiments. But yes.
So like 200 calories for dressing or 200 calories for, a couple piece or a couple bites of pie.
Yes. Yes. Dude, I also hoard um like mini condiments. Like what when I was in Chicago one time and like ordered DoorDash to my room, they sent up a bag of mayo and ketchup and mustard. And like I brought that shit home with me.
Yeah.
Like,
That's what you do at frickin' Chick-fil-A too. Because for anyone listening, Chick-fil-A, their barbecue sauce packets are only 9 grams of carbs. So, I mean, that's
yeah,
pretty decent for barbecue sauce, and their barbecue sauce is good.
that's
And
very
also Chick-fil-A sauce too, if you ever need some extra fats in your diet.
yes. Mm. Um, that another thing, like with going out to eat drinks, very high calorie. I just said this to like bring your own. It goes along with the bring your own condiment. I just said this to one of my clients the other day. Like instead of ordering a beer, get like if you need to drink. Well, first of all, I was like one vodka soda equals like alcohol content wise is like 2 beers. So you get more bang for your buck, you save calories. And then just she was like, what's a vodka soda? I was like, it's a what? Or like something with diet soda.
Whatever.
Any
Yeah.
alcohol plus diet soda. And then you could like, or you could um bring like a Mio or a Crystal Light packet or those margarita things that we have. That shit is bomb. When I was out with one of my friends this summer, we got like vodka soda and then I had Crystal Light strawberry packet and I put it in both of our drinks. She's like, oh my God, this is like the best drink I've ever had. I'm like, yeah, I know. I know.
Yeah.
So
We used to do me and there was another guy in my grad school class that was like on the healthy spectrum. And we had $5 liquor pitchers on Wednesdays at this bar called Lucky's. And so like literally you could get whatever mixed drink you wanted in a pitcher. And a lot of them are gonna have all that sugary shit in it. So what me and him did, vodka soda, tequila soda in this pitcher, and then we would pull out our drink powders and put it in there, and it was amazing. So you can still get wasted and be still be semi in line with your calorie goals.
yeah, yeah. Just don't forget about the alcohol and fat loss process.
Yeah, yeah. Please do not do that in a fat loss, that significant fat loss phase.
Right. Is that all we got? Any more pointers?
I mean, if you're working with a coach, like just run things by them,
Yes.
please,
Yes.
instead of like after the fact being like, oh, this is what I did. or I had this meal because I thought it was going to be the healthiest. When in reality, you know that they're like, oh, they're trying to be healthy and they pick the frickin' salad. And we've talked about that before. The salad is probably not going to be your best option. So run things by your coach. And I mean, you and I look at menus all the time. And so I will like have them send me their menu. Hey, this is what I'm thinking. I will track it into my fitness pal, screenshot it, send it over to them and be like, this is how you should track it. Because I sure as shit know that they're going to more than likely undertrack things.
Yeah.
So work with your coach, ask them like if you're gonna have like a refeed meal or a free meal or an untracked meal, or if you're tracking the meal, how are you going to do this? How should I navigate my day around it? And that's what you're literally paying us for. So please use
Yeah.
us. It's going to help you with your progress.
Yeah, good call on that added point. That it always makes me, I'm like, come on, you should have told me this.
Yeah.
I can help. But yes, as always, let us know if you have any questions on anything or about tracking restaurant food. You can find me on Instagram at Beckyn_IFBB Pro.
And you can find me at Keeker's Laugh IFBB Pro.
Give us a 5-star rating and review, and we'll see you next time for another or next. Give us a 5-star rating and review, and we'll see you next time.
Yes.
Cheers.
Cheers.
What's up, guys? Coach Kiki here. I just wanted to thank you for listening to this episode of Champagne Gainz. If you loved this episode, please make sure you do all of the things like, subscribe, give us a 5-star rating and review, and share with your champagne bestie. Champagne Gainz is also brought to you by Coach Kiki LFG Gym Gear. Unlock the full power of your workouts with Coach Kiki's Let's Fucking Grow hip bands, long resistance bands, cable ankle straps, and hip thrust pads. For all of your sprinkle booty gains, check out CoachKikiLFG.com. Thanks, guys. Cheers.